Hello, it's Yoshino here. I'm making a video that's a little bit different than usual today. So I'm recording this actually pretty early morning on the 31st of December 2024. Basically, the last day of this year. I'm making this video more like a promise to myself. So that hopefully my words, I don't forget about them and they don't become just empty words flying away just in a couple of days. Well, as you may have imagined probably from the title or from the day that I'm posting this in, I will talk about how well, let's be honest. I failed basically all of my 2024 goals. And if you know me, don't be angry. I know I've done a lot of things. This is literally what I want to talk about. Also, this video became more philosophical than I expected, but I hope you can still enjoy it. Because, yeah, it's also not the sort of video that I usually make. It will be mostly just me chatting like this. So if you want, feel free to grab a drink or keep me as a background while you do something else. So it has been mostly only recently, I think from 2021 probably, that I started writing down New Year's resolutions at the start of the year. I feel like I started then because it's when I became a full-time artist, so I started being more more ambitious probably, yes. Well, I have to say that during that period, since I had just started, I had a very fast growth. So I remember clearly the 2021 goals that I reached many of them. 2022, I reached some. 2023, I reached just a couple. And 2024, I reached only one, which is Twitch partner. By the way, feel free to check out my Twitch stream. I stream art and games over there. We chat. We have a very beautiful community. Feel free to join. I think I've made some mistakes in writing down my goals, and probably as years went by, started being less careful when writing them. And now I was thinking, since this year got to an end, I was just thinking how could it be that I set up these things, these goals for me to reach and I didn't? Because it makes me think, well, I might as well not write anything. I might as well not write any New Year's resolutions for 2025 if that's the case, right? Did you reach your goals for 2024? Maybe you didn't. Maybe that's why you opened this video. So I tried to think of reasons, and I think I should have put more attention when writing my goals for these years. More in detail, I feel like I have put too many big goals without thinking of all of the steps that are required, that there are between me and the goal. Just like everyone, I have limited amount of energies. Probably I feel like I spent my energies in the wrong places, and this led me to not achieve what I wanted. When I speak like this about energy and stuff, I feel like I tend to waste my energies on others a lot. I've learned this term this year, people pleaser. Well, I kind of see myself in that, but I also feel like often it turns out that I'm actually just pleasing myself. And I will give you an example for this. So this is a very, very recent situation that I was in. Well, only the end of the story, but the whole thing has been going on for a while. So I had this client with pretty specific needs. Mostly they needed an artist that could work very dynamically. So their commissions were like during the process they would add things, build additions, changes, and they were very nice about it. They always paid me for any additions, anything extra. This has been nice for me, as it would have been for any small artist, because, well, if you get a commission that you thought was gonna give you X and you end up earning double X, you're like, wow, this is amazing, right? Well, as I grew as an artist, this didn't work for me anymore, because now I have a queue of clients that are waiting for my service, and this means that with every unexpected, unplanned change and addition that shows up in a current commission, all of the clients that are after the current commission will have to wait more, because their commissions would be delayed, or I could overwork myself to still have all of the time, deadlines and everything match up. And of course, you probably know by what I've been saying so far, you probably know which one I chose. So, probably when I realized that this change in my needs happened, I should have just let the client know, right? I was scared of it, because I thought they would get sad or angry, and I would put them through the process of finding a new artist. So I would put them in discomfort. There's many artists nowadays that have misuse of AI, stolen art, scammers, right? So it can be difficult to find a good artist. So that's a hassle, right? By the way, I sort of decided that I will know as much as possible, no cuts. This will be just a talk between you and me. Anyways, Lemao, after saying that, I just had to cough. So I ended up building up my courage because this client got in my queue again for another commission, and I didn't want them to wait. And then I will tell them that I feel like I don't match their needs anymore, and they have waited maybe for months. So it's easier to find another artist now rather than in 5 months. And so I told them what I told to you, and you know what they said? You know what happened? Nothing. They understood my reasons, like literally any person would have done, and just accepted it. And here I realized that I put myself, instead of them, I put myself in a discomfort position, overworking myself, hurting my body, my brain, mental health, for the fear of a fantasy I made up in my own head of what could have happened. It's like I didn't want to hurt an imaginary projection of my client that I made in my own brain. Saying it out loud, it sounds more and more absurd. But this is how I behave in many situations, in many relationships. And maybe if you're listening to me, you might maybe you do it too. Who knows? And I think this brings me to one of the main reasons that I think I am not reaching the goals that I've write down. That we are not reaching the goals. It's probably because we don't have clear in our mind what type of person we want to be. At least, well, I think I sort of have an idea, but I didn't really take it well in consideration when writing my goals. Probably writing a goal without understanding first what type of person I want to be and writing it down and really thinking about that first doesn't make sense. Because I would not tell you precisely what my goals were, but they look at something like make X videos a month, gain X followers a month, get X amount of views per month, and do you see what I see in this? Like, these goals didn't really help me at all into getting closer to be the person that I want to be. They didn't help at all. Looking back at it, this is funny, I was just thinking about it. Looking back at my goals, they look like a list that an AI will give to me if I asked it, how can I grow more my social medias? And it will probably give me goals like that. But how can my life be guided by something like that? like from a pre-made list. We are real people, right? All of us have our own personal real needs. So when writing goals, probably it's also needed to really look at our own custom path, so that our time starts to gain the right value by going in the right direction. So this is starting to become a little bit abstract. So I think we can sum it up like this. 2024 has taught me that making this list of beautiful but impossible goals is useless. I cannot look up at the top of a mountain thinking of getting up there if I prepared swimming gear while I needed a climbing gear. In 2025, I want something to change. Honestly, I love the start of the year because it makes me feel like a sense of freshness. Like the new year is a big opportunity to start anew, have a lot of projects. There's plenty of time to plan everything I want to do. 12 months is long, right? Well, for me, I think my change for 2025 will be to stop obsessing too much at the very top and prepare my tools better so I am ready to climb. And my tools need to be designed for me, who I am, so that they are also more realistic. You know, it feels a little bit like a contradiction. I have been working now for a couple of years as a full-time artist. It has been a very big dream of mine since I was a kid to be able to do this. And now that I am living my dream, I should be happy every day, right? And I am. I worked really hard to get where I am now. I'm still working very hard. And I love doing art more than ever. As much as ever. I don't know, I cannot quantify that. Many people told me that once my passion was gonna become my job, I will start hating it, but I still love it. It's just that I am pairing it with big amounts of stress that most of the times are because I don't place my boundaries properly. I'm pretty good at organizing my work and everything. I'm generally never late, maybe because of procrastination and whatnot. I'm generally stressed because maybe I agreed to do things that I didn't want to do. So that adds to the stress. So I really think this needs to be another one of my goals, which is probably to be a bit more selfish. And selfish towards myself. Towards those fake scenarios that I create in my head and that I'm afraid of. So selfishness a little bit, in the sense of putting myself first a little bit more, so that the projects that I work on make me excited again. You might think this lucky bee, you know, she has this job, and like it's she can be excited about her job and she's talking about it. You're probably not thinking about this. It's still the brain worms getting in. You're not thinking about anything, no? I don't even know if anyone's gonna listen to this. Please listen to this. Let me know if you're listening to it. Send a pasta emoji in the comments. And yes, I really hope that by placing boundaries better and choosing only the projects, because I have the luck to do so, choosing only the projects that match my needs, so I am more in a more comfortable position. I can be as excited as I was before. I realized that I still love doing what I do, but sometimes it's hard to keep the excitement to work on some projects, because I pushed myself to out of my comfort zone, and other reasons we talked about. I feel like all of this has also caused me to isolate a lot, because I don't want to let anyone down, so I work more, and as I work more, I basically have no free time, and the little free time that I have, I spend it in bed because my head hurts, or I'm just brain dead and need to recharge, so I have no energy to do anything else. And I even fight against myself about this. I'm in a fight between, oh, I'm probably good by myself, and oh, I wish I had someone to talk about this right now. I feel like the truth that I want to say to myself is that probably socialization like this will be good for me, both for my mental health and my growth as a VTuber, which are two aspects that are really important to me right now. Probably I'm again just afraid of rejection, and afraid for myself. I keep on thinking things like this, like what if I start hanging out with someone, then I discover that I don't like them, and I start wishing I never got them closer in the first place. So normally you will think, well, you can just hang out with whoever you prefer, right? Those people that you vibe the most are the ones that you will keep closer. But I'm afraid that in that situation I will not be able to. Again, afraid to hurt the other person, and that I just end up being once again chained in a situation that I don't like, and I'm not able to take the first step to get out of it. and get more comfortable. I've also been using the I don't have time excuse. So it has become a little bit a spiral. I work so much and I end up not having time. So I tell myself I have no time for friends. So maybe it's better if I stay alone. But also, socialization can mean networking. And that helps growth also on a work level and content creator level. So I feel like it's just have been a big excuse by myself. Whenever I see someone that is surrounded by genuine, nice people, I look at them and I think, wow, I really wish that was me, right? So I think that's what deep down I wish to become. Someone that is surrounded by valuable, genuine people. Maybe a friend that I can talk to about some deeper aspects of life. And they can also share their thoughts to me. Maybe something more deep like this. Rather than the usual, hello, how are you today? How's the weather? Or maybe something less on the spiritual level, but more on content creation, like maybe a VTuber mutual that I can talk to about new projects, to ask for opinions, and they can ask me about ideas, thoughts. I feel like I'm probably missing this sort of exchange of thoughts and perspectives with other people. Maybe it's some sort of wanting to control everything. Because I keep on thinking that I'm afraid of doing it. What if it doesn't end up well? But I cannot know how it goes until I do it. And also, probably to find the right people, I just need to start looking. They're not gonna fall on my head. And I know this very well. I've always known it. It's just that taking action is much more complicated than just saying, oh, I should do this. But again, if I put myself in the situation of having extra excuses to not do it, if I make it harder to do it, then I'm even less likely to do it. It sounds exciting when I put it like this, you know. I feel like, well, of course, there's only as much that I can think of, as much ideas that I can get if I'm here by myself. Probably interfacing myself with other people, can open some thought pathways that we would have never seen before. And that can really change the way you see things, you know? Well, just like that, I hope that maybe this video has sparked some thought insipids for you. Let me know if you'd like these sort of videos where I talk about my journey in life, very little cuts, if none, and just a bunch of thinking. I'll be honest, I have been getting videos like this in my YouTube homepage, and I've been liking it. Just having someone talk to me like this. Maybe it's my own way of starting this sort of socialization that I talked about to increase my ideas, expand my brain. What do you want to change 2025? What will it change from 2024? Let me know. Thank you for watching. Have a good night. And also a good start of the year.